Well, our moms think we're funny.
Hey everybody, this is Turk182.
And I'm Acomi. How's it going?
You talking to me or them?
Everybody.
Hey, I'm doing pretty good here. I'm
Cool.
having a good time recording a podcast with my good friend.
Yeah.
So,
Welcome to Our Moms Think We're Funny, everyone.
oh yeah, we do need to say that, don't we?
We've been getting worse about it.
Yeah, we've been getting we completely abandoned that. So what about that? Didn't last very long, did it?
Yeah.
That was a bad idea. No, not a bad idea in concept, but we just knew that we weren't going to be able to carry that through. So
Yeah, we're just not consistent.
yeah, we're not consistent at all.
Yeah, how about them podcasts that we jump into with no preparation or even a topic?
Um, they're they're fine.
They're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question here.
Okay.
Um, we talk a lot about movies and things like that. And we did a podcast episode about what like a video game like world you'd want to live in.
Yes,
and
we
that sort of
did.
thing. So let me ask you, what comic book universe would you want to live in?
Ooh.
And so first I'm going to ask you, what comic book universe would you want to live in? Right?
Okay.
And just be a ordinary citizen.
Oh, no.
And what comic book verse would you want to live in as a hero? And which hero would you pick?
Ooh.
So you're not just like, I'm Wolverine in the current world and I'm running around slashing things up.
Right.
So
So I got to think of a comic book universe that doesn't totally suck.
and I'll even give you this. You can choose like the comic book world, the live action movie version of that world, the animated version of that world. So you could even pick Batman 66.
Okay.
You could pick like the Spider-Man 90s cartoon,
Right.
the 80s Turtles cartoon. You could pick the Christopher Nolan Batman.
Right.
You could live in the Venom universe or
Sure.
Fan Four Stick.
Yeah, I really want to live in a universe where there's turds in the wind.
God, when it rains, you just look out.
Hurricane's coming.
Because it did start as a manga / comic book, you could even live in the Akira universe.
I don't think I want to live in Akira, though. I mean, street gangs, big blubbering mounds of flesh consuming people, cults.
Yeah, but I mean, you might.
Yeah.
You see what I'm looking at, right?
Oh, God, yeah, that. Let me. Okay.
So I just got sidetracked here, just because we're talking about universes.
Sure.
So Disney Junior has a show, The Rocketeer.
Right.
And it is a half-hour animated series based off The Rocketeer.
Yeah.
With a young girl named Kit as the new Rocketeer with her dog, and she's maybe, I don't know, 8, 10 years old.
Yeah, probably.
And
It's a horrible animation style.
it's everything's CG now. It's like we got to make it quick and not really put any real heart into it.
Right.
And I'm not saying that these things don't have animators that care about their job or whatever, but you're not taking the time to do hand-drawn animations. Like everything has to be this rendered deal with this CGI, and it's like it's not necessary.
Well,
You're not getting anything more from this than a hand-drawn thing.
Yeah, well, CG can look good, but this just looks like really basic Blender. Like this is just like the most basic texture and lighting packs imaginable.
But you're making a Rocketeer cartoon for Disney Junior, so you're not even aiming it at teenagers. You're aiming it at young kids.
Right.
And I'm like, do you even know what the Rocketeer is? Do you know where it came from? Do you know what the creator had in mind? Do you remember that the main character, the main character's girlfriend, had this very Betty Page-esque look about her and all that? So, I mean, everything about what the Rocketeer was.
So
You change for the movie, you toned it down to the Disney movies, and you take the movie, you tone that down even further to make into this Disney Junior thing. For what purpose? Like, what kid out there was thinking, oh man, I wish they would make a really childlike version of this series for me?
Yeah.
Of a movie that came out 30 years ago? Like,
Just I mean, and they're referencing the original Rocketeer. Oh, that's frustrating.
But who asked for this?
Nobody.
Except for Disney, it's like, it's our property. We can do what we want. You know, it's like, it's your party. You can craft it. Well, God,
I don't think there's money to be made off of this, though, really.
she just sprayed fire extinguisher foam on a fire from an engine, which was just smoking, not really blowing out fire. But she didn't even get around to the side where the engine, where the smoke was coming from.
Yeah,
she just blasted it from the opposite side of the plane and still somehow put out the smoke and fire, even though there was no fire, it was just smoke.
So, going back to our topic,
please.
does it have to be a superhero universe? You just said comic book universe.
I did just say comic book
So
universe.
theoretically, that would leave, like, Bone available and things like that, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Not to say that I would want to live in the universe of Bone.
Bone.
So yeah, this is a toughie. This is a real toughie.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, New Bondage Fairies. That's where I want to live.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I don't want to live there.
New Bondage Fairies.
New Bondage Fairies.
Okay.
But no, I don't want to live there.
Well, I'm trying to think. Just as a regular citizen, that's what's killing it here. So this may be a little bit cheesy here. But if I were just going to be a regular citizen living in this world and could not take part, couldn't be a superhero, then I would go with the world of Captain Carrot and his zoo crew.
Are you sure that's what you want, though?
I'm going to say that's what's safest, because you're not likely to die in a world like that.
That is true.
It's the thing of, like, oh, as long as you're, like, functioning on cartoon physics, then you come out okay.
That's true.
Because, you look at something like the MCU, or you look at something like Akira, or like Overfiend, or whatever, or Batman vs Superman. A lot of fucking people die.
You just keep going back to Overfiend, don't you?
I do. I was quite interested in it. But I mean, like, a lot of people die in that. A lot of people die really horribly, and if you're just a normal citizen and like you're basically just a normal human being, and you're in a world where there's energy blasts and all this crazy shit happening, you're more likely to die than you are in this world. So I'd like to try to avoid that.
So Captain Carrot.
So I think Captain Carrot, yeah. I don't recall there being a lot of deaths in that.
I don't really recall there being a lot of deaths in that either.
I mean, possibly like the world of Spider-Ham. That could be pretty cool. Just something like really cartoony, really like harmless. If I just have to be a citizen.
You just have to be. That's where you want to. That's where you want to live.
I think that's where I would be safest. I'll say that.
So
it's not the world I find the most captivating, but it is the world I would find the safest.
You just committed yourself to being a furry.
It's an anthro. There's a difference.
No, there's not. No, there is not. You just committed to being a furry.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a difference.
No, there's not.
No, there is.
Explain it to me, please.
The difference is that, like, furries have tits and, like, genitalia and stuff, and they're sexualized. And they have more humanoid proportions.
So you tell me you want to live in the world of Captain Carrot and not have sex?
The sex is all off camera there, though. It's not, like, pornographic.
Well, you're not always on camera. You're just a regular citizen.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means that you're having sex. It's just not being put on the panel.
I don't think having sex is what qualifies it as being a furry. I think it's, like, the proportions and the sexual nature of the artwork.
Okay. If you're living in that world, though, you are an animal and you're going to be having sex with another animal.
Right.
That's a furry.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. You just don't want to admit it. You committed yourself to something. Now you're trying to back out. And it's like now even Michael Jackson can moonwalk out of this. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick by my guns on this.
Okay.
I mean, there's no other situation where people are exempt from dying in the crossfire of these cosmic conflicts that I'm aware of.
No, I would agree with that. Okay, so if I were going to live in a world like that, a comic book world, Akira is appealing. It's very appealing. I'm surprised that you did pick like Animaniacs.
Animaniacs could work, but I think of that as more like an animated show more so than a comic book. There were Animaniacs comics.
There were comics.
I guess then I could be a human though.
Yeah.
So that could work.
You can even pick The Simpsons.
Yeah, but there's nothing really sexy about The Simpsons. I'm just thinking like some of those like Chuck Jones, like Little Red Riding Hood style characters. Like with the wolf and all that.
Mickey Mouse and all them had comic books back in the day. Those old gold key books.
Yeah, but there's nothing sexually appealing about Mickey Mouse either.
I'm just saying, like, in that world, though, you're talking about, like, Chuck Jones and, like, the Tex Avery kind of stuff. Just saying that the connection, that there were also some comic books that were...
Like, I could be in DuckTales that way.
They don't have any humans in DuckTales.
Yeah, no. They didn't have any humans in, like, the Mickey Mouse stuff, though.
But I'm just saying that they had comic books, and like Woody Woodpecker had a comic book.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if specifically of any Tex Avery comic books, but there were some that were tied to those kinds of.
There were Roger
worlds.
Rabbit comic books that had humans.
Oh, there you go.
So that could work.
But I don't remember there being any other person other than Jessica Rabbit.
That's pretty much all I would need, I think.
Well, I think Roger's kind of got her all sewn up.
She just hasn't met a real man yet.
She met Eddie.
Yeah, but that was the whole, like, merging the human world and the cartoon world.
Oh, so you just want to live just in the cartoon world?
Yeah, I don't want to die. That's my whole point here.
Well, you don't... Eddie didn't die. He fell off a building. Remember? And he got a parachute?
Yeah, but only because it was funny.
Well,
there's nothing about my death that'll be funny.
I don't know. I might laugh. I would cry afterwards, but during, I would probably laugh.
Why do you always have to laugh during? So you would go with Akira?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Keeping in mind that like the city was fucking like destroyed in a massive nuclear blast.
No, I would not want to, because at the end of Akira, their government's all fucked up.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah.
And like if you follow the manga as it takes place after the movie, it becomes like this whole like civil unrest thing. You have people aligning themselves with Akira. You like the person with like the prayer drum who's talking. In the movie it depicts them as a male, but in the comics it's a female, and she starts this massive cult.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, which one would I want to be in? Like, obviously my first thought would be it kind of cool to live in a superhero universe, to have those things, Brave New World with such things in it. But the more I think, I'm like, maybe not so much, because that would be a bit like you wouldn't be able to really rest. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
You know, one thing they never talk about in comic books, which I think is kind of weird, is like, while this is going on, you've got these supervillains that are, trying to take over the world and do this and do that. You still have political unrest in other countries. Mm-hmm. You still have countries that are trying to attack your country.
Yeah.
And what's scary about it is that all those places, they also still have, what do you call it? They have superpowered beings of their own.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really see it that often where they're like superheroes are being used as other than heroes, but they could very well just be like they're soldiers.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to we're gonna send our soldiers over here, which are made up of nothing but like enhanced individuals, to go over and and attack your city or whatever it is. Like, yeah, that's something that's highly possible.
Yeah.
So not only do I have to worry about someone trying to take over my city or blow it up or do this or do that, I also have to worry about all these people from this other realm or whatever it is that are doing that, and it's just like, oh, that's too much.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, as a normal citizen caught in the middle of that, I want no part of that. It worries me.
Yeah, I would agree with that so much. So yeah. So what world would I want to live in just as a regular normal citizen?
I did like your idea for Animaniacs.
Yeah, I could probably do Animaniacs. Animaniacs would be cool. Especially since they do have humans, and Hello, nurse. Pinky and the Brain would be kind of awesome too.
Try to take over the world. You know, deep down, you just wanna be in the world of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
There are normal humans in Sonic.
No, I don't want to be in Sonic the Hedgehog at all. There's no part of Sonic the Hedgehog that I want to be in.
Come on, you want to clap cheeks with Rouge the Bat.
Who?
Rouge the Bat.
I don't even know who that is.
She's that really busty bat with huge gazongas.
I don't know who that is.
Just big badonkers. You know.
I really don't. I don't know shit about Sonic the Hedgehog.
You're just trying to keep up the facade.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but a bat with like
huge gazungas.
Yeah, that doesn't sound really appealing to me.
Dude, I mean, we're talking gigantic gazonger honkers.
Are you pulling it up now to show me?
Hell yeah.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna be like no, but
I know you.
You think you know me.
Kyle here, your sound guy. He knows what it's about.
Oh, this furry version of Morgan?
Nah, she's not a furry.
She's a fucking furry version of Morgan.
Hashtag not a fucking furry.
Hashtag you're a lying son of a bitch.
If the Sonic series is furry, then all of Disney is furry.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yes. 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 Yeah, God, I really don't know, because I mean, they're all fun to look at from the outside, but being in them, it would just be kind of terrifying.
Yeah, which is why I went with the most innocuous, harmless thing I could think of.
You know what? I'm gonna go with G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, really?
No,
you
know what?
I guess you're really not likely to get caught in the conflict because it's so small scale there.
It's just like any other place that has a war going on, right?
Right.
And then at least in the comic book they actually shoot with like real guns. But now I'm getting in mind Transformers comic book.
Really?
Yep.
But the Transformers comic book, the one that was owned by Marvel, crossed over with the Marvel Universe, which means you would still be a citizen in the Marvel Universe.
That's that. They crossed over once, and then he never mentioned it ever again.
Okay.
And that was in like issue 2 or 3 of the limited series.
I believe it was issue 2.
Yeah, with Spider-Man. And that was it. Spider-Man made an appearance, and that was it. So, yeah. Because there's a chance I might get a Transformers car. Other than that, everything stays the same.
Yeah, I guess they don't really... I haven't read many of the Transformers comics. I guess they don't really do a lot of their conflict on Earth, do they?
No.
So that'd be largely safe.
So, yeah. See, that works for me.
Okay.
Okay, now, which world do you want to live in and be a hero? And which hero would you be? So you could be Superman. You live in the Superman universe, be Superman, either animated, live action. You could be in the Man of Steel one.
It would be the Man of Steel one, yeah. I would be the hero of
Duke!
I would be the hero of a hentai harem manga.
Okay, which comic book is
I
that
don't
from?
know. It's bullshitting. I mean, they have them. I just don't know the titles of any of them because I don't seek that stuff out.
No, it just finds its way to you.
Much like the Incel documentary, yes.
Mm-hmm. Overfiend did have a comic book adaptation.
It did. I don't want to live in that world. Are you kidding me?
You get to be the Overfiend. Think about it. You could have twice as many dicks as you have right now.
I do only have 23 at the moment.
See?
Hey!
You still talk about being inadequate. I can't serve as a hero full of women. Some of them have to wait.
It'd be so much easier if my dicks were actually prehensile tentacles. No, I do not want to be the protagonist of Overfiend.
But think about it, man. Like, if you had that and you had, like, the like the prehensile dicks or whatever, you could be in like the kitchen, like cooking, like like you could be.
That would just be like a Doc Manhattan thing of like
You could be scrambling eggs over here.
you've been working in the kitchen this whole time.
Chopping like like tomatoes over here, pouring milk over there, all while just standing there sitting in the kitchen, just having a conversation with somebody.
Here, enjoy this meal I prepared with all my dicks. Yeah, no, he does a lot of raping, okay? It's a bad scene. He does a lot of raping.
Fine, whatever.
Now, the idea of Superman is pretty interesting, but the thing with, like, any of the DC guys is that they're so burdened with the fact that even though they're demigods, they're still not completely adequate. Like, like, we've talked about this, like, Superman and Batman are, like, the greatest hero characters of all time. They are gods on Earth, but they still have their failures. And Superman still has to deal with, I swore never to take a life, but I have taken lives. I have people I haven't been able to save. Batman is still constantly plagued with, I can't bring myself to kill the Joker. I
was a boy. Now I'm a bat.
Hope starts with an H, idiot. And, like, Batman has to, like, deal with the fact that, like, the Joker killed Robin because of him. So, I don't know, it's,
No, okay, let's be fair, though. The Joker killed Robin because he wanted to kill Robin.
Yeah, but Batman could have just fucking killed the Joker the first time he met him, and it just would have ended everything. And that's the whole conflict of Batman's character, is that he's got such a stick up his ass about killing that every single person the Joker kills, he feels responsible for.
Well, you know what? Doomsday's killed a lot of people.
That's true.
General Zod's killed a lot of people.
Yeah. I think that they should have been killed. I think Superman should have killed them, so... I don't want to be a hero in the DC universe. That is the most powerful, but I wouldn't want that. You're not gonna like the answer I'm leaning towards. Gonna get mad. It's gonna kick off this big rant. You're gonna go off about me being a racist again. But I'm kind of leaning towards living in the world of Dragon Ball Z. If I were a protagonist?
And then I guess you'd want to be Goku?
Goku isn't the most powerful in the series. I mean, he is, like, the quote-unquote hero, but... I mean, like, the whole thing is, even if you die, that's just an opportunity for you to become stronger. And so these characters, like, use that and train in the afterlife and come back stronger than ever.
Yeah, I thought the whole point of the afterlife so you could take it easy. Like, hey, you died. Welcome to boot camp.
I mean, I like the skill set and the superpowers of the Saiyans. I like the whole flight thing. I like the shooting the energy beams, the hand-to-hand combat, the speed, all that stuff is like really, really appealing to me.
So you like the idea of being Superman, except for you want to die and come back to life.
Which Superman does too.
I know. What you criticize him for, but you don't criticize Goku for it.
I never criticized Superman for it.
Yes, you have.
Did I?
Yes, all the time.
No, I just say that...
The Jesus allegory.
Well, no, yeah, I just say that, like, it's fine to tell the Jesus story, you just shouldn't stretch it out after the resurrection is all.
Right, but you're just saying that, that the fact that he did come back, he should have stayed dead. That's your whole point. He should have stayed dead.
No, because the whole point of the Jesus story is that he comes back from the dead, but then he ascends to heaven. I'm just saying they shouldn't keep telling Superman stories after he comes back from the grave.
Right, but it's okay to keep telling Goku stories after he comes back?
Yes, Goku is not the Jesus story. Goku is the classic martial arts legend of bettering yourself and constantly striving for perfection and improvement, which is not any different than what Bruce Lee did with his life.
Yeah, except for when he came back to life, it was back in like the 13th century?
Yeah, and he hung out with the Chinese gods, he got himself a third eye.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
That was awesome.
And he would like slap his elbows and go, whoo!
Yep.
It was great.
That was the best.
Can that be the world I become the hero of? It's the world of Bruce Lee and Chinese gods.
If you want.
That's not a comic.
No, that's right. It's not a comic.
Yeah, no. It's so weird because I bitch so much about anime, but like that's what I keep going back to.
We always talk about the things that we always talk bad about the things we love the most.
Yeah, which I also badmouth furries a lot. So, but hey,
love me some Shia LaBeouf.
How's about One Punch Man?
One Punch Man?
Yeah,
Is that a comic book?
Yeah. It started off as a webcomic that the author drew really badly, and then he hired a professional artist when it became a published manga. So yeah, you got that. But yeah, so it started off as a webcomic and then became a manga, and then it became the show. But that would be a pretty fun world to be a hero in because
you're One Punch Man and nothing can hurt you.
yeah, you could kill everything in one punch. Now he's not a happy character. He always has that bored look on his face because he wants to be challenged, but I'm like, if me being a superhero would be at all similar to the way I play D&D, that would be hilarious to me because I mean you already know I build my characters from a min-maxer perspective, and I make my rogues to where when they get their sneak attack damage they're doing 250 points of damage in a single round of combat.
We know that there was a D&D comic book.
Yeah, I would not want to live in that. You
What?
kidding me?
What's wrong with that?
I mean you're a skilled person, but you don't really have really special abilities. I mean, you can practice magic and stuff, but the minute you lose your spell book, you're screwed. It's just like I've talked about before. The reason I would never want to live in Angband, it's just it's so easy to just completely fuck yourself over. But considering every time I play D&D and my rogue does all this huge amounts of damage, I laugh like a freaking idiot. So I can imagine if I were One Punch Man, instead of being bored with I just can't get a challenge, I would just kill the monster in one punch and be like, man, I fucking rock! Did you see that? So yeah, I could see that being a place I would be happy in as the hero.
I think I wouldn't mind living in the world of Sin City.
Sin City, interesting.
Yeah. But see, the bad thing about Sin City is all the good characters die. Dwight has to get a new face. And Marv dies, even though Marv's not a really good guy. He's a tortured soul.
You wouldn't want to be Raphael?
And the turtles?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to be a turtle. He can love being a turtle. I don't want to be a turtle.
Then you could be the team leader.
I mean, I could be Casey Jones, I guess.
And then you could bang April O'Neil.
Hell to the yes. But I don't know, man. What world? I mean, because the Marvel universe would be nice, but it would be exhausting. That's the thing. It's always something,
Right.
and you can go you have Christmas every year, but it's not really Christmas every year. You don't get older. I don't know. I'd want to pick something that'd be interesting, but not something boring. I wouldn't want to be in what's it? Crap. It's not Kurtzman. What's it guy? American Splendor. Is that Kurtzman?
I don't know.
Anyway, I wouldn't want to be in something like that where it's I'm just going to tell a story of my a comic book version of my actual life, as boring and horrible as it is. I'm no, it's just my life right now, only poorly drawn. And I don't mean poorly drawn that they don't. I'm just saying without definition and that kind of stuff. So I don't really know.
Do you want to be Johnny the Homicidal Maniac?
No, God no. And nothing I'm not even gonna go down that route. Uh, I don't know. It's so hard. These things sound like they would be so much fun, but then when you really think about it, be like, no, that wouldn't be fun at all. That would be just horrible. Like, I mean, okay, imagine if you lived in the Marvel universe and you were Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So Wolverine is in the X-Men, and then he's also got his own solo thing. He's making an appearance in here. Like every day, you're doing something. And it's like, oh yeah, I got the healing factor, so But you gotta get tired sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to just take a nap, man. You know how long it's been since I've had a full 8 hours of sleep, and it's like every day I've been stabbed and shot so many times.
You just gotta have a booking agent. It's like, you do here and here and here today. Just gotta be back in Manhattan by 3.
And like whenever you meet a woman and everything, it's like you meet this really hot chick. She, there's something like special about her. She really seems into you, and it's like you have to look at her and be like, okay, so are you the one that set me up that you're going to stab me in the back, or are you the one that's going to get killed, like like next week because of Sabretooth or somebody else? So which one? I just want to know my level of investment here.
Still one of my favorite Deadpool lines is, "Geez, this town is as dead as Gwen Stacy."
So yeah, I don't really know. I think I want to pick like a universe where like exciting things happen, and I can like help out with that. But then
like Sonic.
Dude, I am not going. You know what? Okay, I am. I do. I want to live in a Sonic universe just so I can blow my head off, and I don't have to worry. But like, I would get on national TV, and it'd be like, I'd put on some filter, and I'd be like, "All right, guys." And like, let me show you this, and then bam!
Then the rings scatter everywhere, and you just blink for a few minutes. It's like, oh man, that didn't work at all.
I'd make sure I didn't have any rings, no rings at all.
Like you're walking into the news studio, and there's just a row of rings. It's like, God damn it, thwart it again.
No, I can take care of that. Because I may grab them, but then I run into a wall, and then boom, and I wouldn't die. They just knock all the rings off of me. And like, here we go. So yeah, I don't know. It'd be a tough one, man. Because I mean, there's like lots of worlds that they seem like exciting, but then when you get into it, like yeah, but it doesn't end. It's always something. It's always something. I want, like you mentioned, Bone.
Yeah.
There's some humans in Bone.
Yeah, there's plenty of humans
see,
in Bone.
that'd be great. You wouldn't have to worry about that.
Until you get attacked by rat creatures. That's the whole reason I didn't pick it.
But then you put Bones there to protect you.
Yeah, they're not much in the way of fighting. They're just fulfillments of prophecy.
What about that girl? She's there.
Thorn, yeah. Thorn's hot.
Yeah, so see, she could protect me from that stuff. I could be a stay-at-home, like,
You could be
farmer.
You could be the house husband.
Yeah. Be like, hey, look at all these carrots I grew today while you were out fighting rat creatures, baby.
Nah, I wouldn't want to be a protagonist in the world of Bone. I love Bone. Bone's one of my favorite comics ever.
So yeah,
I'm trying to think of some harem manga. I never read that shit.
Manga.
Yeah, I never read that shit. But it's like, yeah, no, having like a dozen big titty anime girls just chasing after you at all times.
What about the Katoi Island Adventures?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with it.
I think you like living in that world.
I'm gonna Google it because you have this edge to your voice that tells me that you're bullshitting me.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Katoi Island Adventures.
I thought you and I were friends. We were partners. We were in this together. And now you're going to be like, oh, hey.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust you.
Because you've never bullshat me before.
I'm so sorry there, Earl Hypernova. Yeah, I'm not letting that shit go.
Katoi Island Adventures?
Yeah.
Spell it.
I don't know.
Because I get the feeling it doesn't exist.
It doesn't, but Katoi is that lady boy.
Oh, yeah. Fuck you. See? Go off about me not trusting you. That kind of shit's why.
Like you didn't deserve that.
What did I do today to deserve it?
Today?
Yeah, today.
Oh, so I have to judge it by days.
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm not going to pretend I've been perfect for the past 10 years, but...
I say, how long have we been friends? How do I hold grudges?
I mean,
Oh man, yeah. Okay, so yeah. Now I don't know. I honestly I don't think I want to live in any of these worlds.
yeah,
I don't. I had an easier time picking a video game world than living in a comic book / cartoon world.
yeah.
The Lego world is pretty safe, except for there's no sex.
Right, and it's not a comic, is it? Did they do Lego comics?
Yes, they did.
Huh.
They did a couple of them.
Yeah, but no, I mean, they can't get their legs apart, so that kills a lot of the fun right there.
Yeah, everything is not awesome.
Uh, Turok?
Oh,
wanna be
no,
Turok?
no. I don't want to be chased by velociraptors all damn day. And then there's some of them that like, oh, we found out how to look human. Got it.
Okay.
Tintin.
Really?
Yes.
You want to be Tintin?
Yes.
Okay. Little racist Belgian boy, okay.
Yeah. Because think about it. I get all these really awesome adventures. The world is kind of normal. There are times when I can just not do anything and just chill out.
The world of Tintin is very good.
Yeah.
Would you want
Why
to be...
am I racist?
Well, just Hergé was racist. The guy who did the Tintin comics.
Oh.
I mean, no more racist than any other Belgian cartoonist at the time. It was just like, it's the whole thing of like, oh, this is how we draw black people. Yeah.
Oh, back to the drawing board.
Would you want to be Asterix or Obelix?
Nah.
No?
Nah, Vikings don't interest me.
Well, they're not Vikings, they're Gauls.
What?
They're Gauls, yeah.
What's the difference between a Viking and a Gaul?
Vikings
I don't give a shit.
Fuck you. Vikings sail out on the sea and trip on mushrooms and wear bear skins, and Gauls were Belgian men who drank magic potions to be invincible and were...
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Marvel Universe, I want to be an Asgardian.
Ah, okay.
There you go.
Interesting. Just any old Asgardian?
I could be like Balder, or maybe one of the Warriors 3. Or just maybe just like one of those just like good like fighting soldiers. Not Thor, you know. One of those ones where if I'm a good fighter, and if I die, it's going to be a nice, valiant death in battle, so I can go to Valhalla
Okay.
and just chill out. I'm not fighting all the time.
Asgard would not be a bad place to live.
No.
I mean, they really know how to party.
Heck yeah.
The women are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Get cool-ass weapons and technology.
And, like, they don't even know what water is. Everyone just drinks wine and mead all day.
Yeah.
And I could finally grow a beard. That'd be shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I shave it all the time because I don't like beards. But I could grow one.
Yeah, okay. I could see living in Asgard.
Yeah. See? Now I do have to live with the fact that Hela is not the same as she is in the movie, where that Hela was kind of sexy deadly, and this one is just like kind of, oh no, you're scary deadly, and you control the land of the dead. I want to stay away from that. But yeah, there's all kinds of hot like Asgardian chicks, and the thing is, I could actually get one too because I'd be all Asgardian like buff and stuff too.
You'd be ripped.
Hell yeah.
Be jacked and handsome.
I would be. I'd be just like Kyle. Whatever his name was.
Yeah, it was Kyle the sound guy. Be wearing that fitted polo shirt and carrying a boom mic.
Yep. And every once in a while, I'd be like, hey, Thor, you going down to Earth here? Could you pick me up some stuff? Or like, you mind if I go with you? Just gotta do some shopping. They're like, hi, doll, open up the Bifrost. I gotta get some supplies. A new Beck CD is out.
I'm trying to think. Are there any other characters I would want to be? I think One Punch Man kind of wins it.
Yeah.
I think so. Shit.
You could actually cosplay as One Punch Man.
I could.
You'd have to shave the face scruff, but
Yeah. Which, I mean, that's not much to lose, but I could do it. I want to get in better shape before I do that. I know One Punch Man isn't like super jacked, but I need to like lose these love handles before I do something like that.
Why are they called love handles anyway?
Uh, I would assume it's because they're grabbable during love making.
Yeah, but there's a difference between like a fat roll and a love handle, and I'm just I'm saying if you were to grab me by my waist and like hold on, one that's going to be kind of painful, and two, it's probably going to tickle some. So
Probably so.
yeah, I can't imagine you just grab somebody like that. Like, can't you like pull my hair or something? Like why you got to grab me by my sides there? Or just how about just the hips? Just put your hands on my hips. And when I dip, you dip, we dip. But why are you just gonna grab like, oh, I see you got this fat here on your side. Let me just grab that and hold going like handlebars. You're an asshole.
She can ride that dick
It's
with
like
no handlebars.
It's like once I orgasm, we're done.
That should be the name of your sex advice book. Once I orgasm, we're done.
I'd be more like a pamphlet than a book. Like a flyer.
Once I orgasm, we're done. 10 things you shouldn't do after I orgasm.
1, don't call me. 2,
Don't try to wake me up.
it's like 3, don't ask if it's my turn. It's never your turn. 4, don't say already.
5, don't talk to me.
Yeah. 6, go back to 1.
7, yes, I am hungry after. Thank you.
B8, don't go anywhere. In a half hour, be ready again.
I just need a power nap. I'm not down for the entire night.
9. I don't know why I said 10. I could barely get to 8.
I love the idea of this pamphlet just having everything in the wrong order. Just the rantings of a madman.
Yeah, 10 starts a manifesto about why I hate the government.
It's just steps 1 through 8, and then 10, 9, 10. Parentheses, I don't know why I said 10.
It's like, it's like they said I had to have 10 because no one ever goes with 8 and everything, but I think it's just a way for them to just make me have to write more so they could just charge me more in taxes. Like the government's doing this, and I don't understand it.
And I don't like them putting chemtrails up in the air.
So, speaking of chemtrails and conspiracies,
Yeah.
okay, so I was just kind of scrolling around on like our Reddit and Reddit our conspiracies, right?
Right,
Just looking
right.
at things because people just come there with random shit they just make up, right? There's no like evidence, of quotes. So sometimes as a conspiracy is based on something like, oh, here's something that happened, and here's something that the news footage, either this one reported it one way, this one reported it another way, or no one said anything about this at all. And like, but why didn't they address this? Like, so now like my mind is reeling. Like, why they purposely ignore this? It's right there. And that kind of starts a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
So I'm just but other times there are just people just saying just random stuff, and like you have nothing at all to base this on. You're just speaking out of your ass.
Yeah.
So I read this thing and I didn't really follow up on it. I just kind of saw it and I'm like, okay, that's interesting of sorts in like the loosest like sense of the term, right?
Right.
It's interesting, which is that someone posted that the Apollo 13, the whole Apollo 13 mission was planned by Kennedy. So the original mission was planned by Kennedy as a way to help bring the civil rights movement to a conclusion. Mm-hmm. So the whole as their rambling thing is, and I looked at this, I was like, okay, this is complete bullshit. I'm not even gonna bother to look and see how much of this makes sense or if the timeline fits. I was just like, this is just garbage. But I read it, I was like, okay, this is but kind of like your Lambda Moo thing. You start getting into it and you're like, yeah, I could stop right now, but I got to see how far down the rabbit hole we're going here.
Yeah,
Are we actually
exactly.
going to hit Wonderland, or am I going to like find Baby Jessica and then make my way back up? So, so, so they're saying that originally as this was planned, one of the astronauts was supposed to be black. He was going to be like the first black astronaut. And whether he was going to be classified as an astronaut or like an engineer going with them or whatever.
Okay.
And they were going to encounter a problem on the ship. And he was, I guess the black astronaut was going to be trying to help fix the problem.
Yeah.
And it was going to, I guess, result. The ship was going to blow up, basically.
Right.
It was going to blow up, but like he was going to be the only one that was, I guess the other was going to be incapacitated or knocked out or whatever. He was going to be the only one that could solve the problem, but unfortunately the problem was still too big for him to solve,
Right.
and it blew up. And then the idea was going to be, oh, look, these astronauts were out there, and one of them was black, and, he was the only one that could try to solve things, but unfortunately the problem was too big and he couldn't solve it, and they all died.
Yeah.
So we lost 3 or 4 good men or whatever. One of them happened to be black, and it was going to be this thing that was going to draw everyone together, but also then kind of help to fund like the space program more. But like, we need to keep this from happening again, so we need more resources into the space program, and kind of be this whole unity thing to pull everyone together. The problem was, as this person laid everything out, the problem was, as it was this idea, this concept was being developed, was that there was a mindset that this, instead of people all coming together for this, that some people would be like, oh, well, this person, the black person, was the cause of it.
Right.
They, instead of them being the person that was trying to fix everything and it just was unfixable, that they were actually the person that ended up causing this problem to begin with. And it's like, and that's why those Negroes shouldn't be up in space, kind of thing.
Right.
And so the whole plan was scrapped. But it was kind of like the whole Pearl Harbor thing where, oh, we've got to let Pearl Harbor be attacked.
Right, yeah.
In order for us to have a reason to get into the war. Otherwise, things are going to go. It's like, that's another whole conspiracy deal or whatever.
Yeah,
but
I've seen that theory.
Right. So this was a thing. There's like, oh, this will bring everybody together. I'll have to sacrifice some people, but the good that'll come out of it will be worth it. So that
Farquaad.
Right. So the idea was scrapped, except when that whole concept was scrapped and they didn't go through with it, they never fixed the problem, the quote unquote problem on the Apollo rocket.
Right.
So when they actually did launch the official mission, this thing popped up and they're like, oh shit, we never fixed this thing that was from our, plan to do, and then had to scramble at the last minute to fix the thing that at the time was supposed to be unfixable.
Right, yeah. Wow.
And I was like, that's an interesting theory that doesn't really go anywhere, and you have nothing to back it up with.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's interesting. I don't know why I'm even mentioning it now. It's just one of those random things you look at and be like, oh, really? I don't even know how you conceive something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't look any further into it. They might have posted something. Here's some articles from Wikipedia or whatever, or BuzzFeed. Here's 10 things you didn't know about the Apollo 13 mission that'll blow your mind.
Why is Wikipedia in your mind just Ranker?
I don't know.
Wikipedia.com, 10 reasons why the Apollo 13 was a government conspiracy.
I said BuzzFeed. I was like,
BuzzFeed,
I was just saying, I didn't see if they had any links to that kind of stuff because it seems such like just bullshit to me that I didn't really feel like getting wrapped up into their whole deal. But oh, is this possible? How'd you? I'm like, no, this is just straight garbage.
Yeah, that is very weird.
But it was like, how do you even come up with that kind of an idea? How do you be like, oh, it's like you'd have to be tripping on some major stuff to and watching Apollo 13 or the history of the 60s or whatever it is, but oh, hey, these two things are going on at the same time. And then there's that movie Hidden Figures. I wonder. Yeah. And then these guys are sitting there going, So anyway, I just thought that was kind of like a nice randomized piece of like garbage.
Yeah.
So anyway, if I come across the article again, I'll share it with you. But
Sure, yeah.
I'm not sure if like I'll be on Reddit and I'll come across like a interesting like article or whatever, and then when I go back, there's so many articles that have been or like links or topics that have been put out there.
Right.
Even if it was just like, oh, this was just from yesterday, and then I guess depending on like the amount of upvotes, it can shift like the position of where it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So
it's very weird.
So next thing you know, like, oh, here's something that was posted 3 days ago, but now it's above something that was posted yesterday, and that starts trying to scroll. I'm like, where's this thing? Where's this thing? Where I quit. And a lot of times, like, not with this one, because I know this was on Our Conspiracy, but
Right.
sometimes I'll be like, wait, was this on Our News, or was it like on Today I Learned, or like I don't remember where this particular like article or was or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just give up. So, but if I do happen to come across that one again, I'll share it with you.
Sure, yeah.
All right. So, anything else you want to add to this?
I don't know. Let's see. What are we at for time? Well, we're about 50 minutes in. So, I feel like we would just be kind of, like scrambling to come up with anything more, honestly.
Did we break?
Nah.
Shit, we're really bad with
We
that.
didn't break during the incel one either.
Well, I really couldn't find a place to break in that. That was just, damn, we're really bad with that. We're never going to make any money.
Yeah, well.
We get like half a cent every each time like one of our ads plays.
That's not too bad.
No.
I mean, we can always just, like, tack it on to, like, the beginning or the end or whatever.
Well, we can't put one at the end. It has to be at the beginning
yeah.
or the middle.
I don't think it'd be too bad to have it at the beginning.
We get a full cent if it's in the middle. We get half a cent if it's at the beginning.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, I think this was pretty fun. Trying to think, going back to the original idea of like comic book worlds and what comic book worlds there are to live in. If there's just like any last minute thing I would want to throw out there, but I really don't think so. I think I'm trying too hard to come up with some other content, and I don't think we need it.
Yeah, I think that's it, man. Yeah, I think something that'll be interesting for another podcast topic is which Quentin Tarantino movie like would you want to be in?
Oof. We might have to make an episode of that.
Yeah, so I'll let you think about that one.
Yeah, I'll have to chew on that a bit, because that's a toughie. Alright, well, thanks everybody for giving us a listen. I'm just writing down Turk's suggestion here. But yeah, thanks for giving us a listen. Be sure to check out some of our other podcasts on like what fictional types of worlds we would and would not want to live in.
Yeah,
we've done several along these lines at this point.
Yeah, it's clearly that we're so unsatisfied with the world we currently live in, at least our position in it, that we're so desperate to find someplace else to go.
Oh, I got one to tack on.
Give it to me.
If I were going to be the hero of something. V. From V for Vendetta.
V? Really?
Not because I enjoy his skill set, but because of the whole anarchy thing.
Wait, you want to be V?
Well, yeah. If we were talking about being, like, the hero of a world, which was the second half of what you were asking about, yeah. Yes, he dies, but he also is successful in his mission, so...
He's also arrested, tortured, burned to like a Freddy Krueger crisp.
Yeah, but then he gets all those all the cool stuff afterwards.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't be my first pick. I'm gonna stick with One Punch Man as like my main thing, but
yeah, I would just stick with One Punch Man. just putting it out there for you. You might want to just forget about that other thing.
I just don't know why it didn't occur to me any sooner. But yeah, anyways.
Well, it occurred to me, and I just said no.
All right, well, yeah, thanks everybody for giving us a listen. Be sure to tune back in for more stuff later.
Yep. All right, and You know, let's be careful out there.
People in masks can't be trusted.
Well, it's terribly comfortable. I think in the future everyone would wear one. Wearing one. Sorry, I didn't like do my mouth exercises before we started recording. Like, lemon face, lion face, lemon face, lion face, It's like, Jesus, Ben again. See, I wasn't with a prostitute today.
Later, everybody.
All right there, folks. That was Our Moms Think We're Funny. Let's give them a hand.